So now we are going to talk about sex a little bit more, surprisingly. Hello and welcome back. We are going to continue on with the review where we left off on the last one. If you didn't see it, go back and watch. I covered the first half of this one-on-one part 3 episode. And now we're going to finish it up in this video. Here we go. Suki inquires from Christine what the dynamics in her relationship was like with Cody. And she comes out and asks Christine, were your needs being met early on in your relationship? And Christine said yes. Things were good, things were great, but eventually, around the time ROBYN came, but I think she said even before ROBYN came, things were waning. He wasn't taking care of me emotionally, physically, spiritually, or sexually, I guess. I suppose that would be her physically. And so she said that sex just became a deed, a chore, a thing to do. And in some ways, she admitted that she emotionally pulled away too, because she said, yeah, he was kind of using me, but to be honest, I was using him too. We both just were using each other for physical gratification.
When he married ROBYN, that's where I was like, oh, there definitely is something missing here. But at that point, it was already like so almost over anyway. Like we would just use each other. It didn't mean anything. Maybe there was just a need, just a physical need that was met.
It was an obligation, a marital obligation
Probably for
to
both
do
of
this.
us. Yeah.
That's going to hurt Cody's ego when he hears that. He loves the fact that Christine was pining after him for all this time. So for her to say that, you know what he's going to say? I'll tell you right now what he's going to say. I don't know if they're going to catch it on film, but he's going to say, even if he says it to ROBYN in the car on the way home, he's going to say, that's a rewriting of history. Christine never used me. Yeah. Cody's opportunity to explain the situation. Now, I don't know if he was told what she said or not, but you know, he's been taking digs at Christine this entire one-on-one, starting with episode 1, episode 2, and now episode 3. Here we go again. And we know that just a couple weeks before this taping, Christine filed for child support for Truly. And Cody does not want anyone to touch his money. Nor does he want to have egg on his face. And that doesn't look so good, proving that you're not being a good dad. You're not taking care of your kid. So I'm going to have to sue you to get the money to care for your child. Oof, it's an ego blast. I don't know what bothers him more. I think it's actually the money. Again, I think he received a narcissistic injury.
Allegedly.
From being told by a court or lawyer or whomever that he's being sued. But I do believe he's trying to calculate in his head, how much am I gonna owe her? And that money hurts even more. So what does he say about his relationship with Christine?
Christine was a good time experience.
Rude.
Basically calls her a good time gal. He's a pig. I just have to put this little clip in here, just because he uses special people in relation to his children.
Not again.
And had to throw in the word experience. Oh, same little segment.
We've got all these children. They're just beautiful. They're special people.
Are very special people.
And I'm really glad for that and for the sake of the experience. Like, I'm excited for her to have this kind of love and this kind of experience.
We just have like the same 25 words in our vocabulary that we just keep recycling and putting in. And they're terrible. Terrible. We have a whole segment here about Christine and her PDA with David. Now, I mean, it's like beating a dead horse. The same questions that were asked in these couch interviews before. We are not touching anything new besides that financial stuff that we were just talking about. And even that's not the most up-to-date.
Get some new material.
So this is where this episode starts getting extremely frustrating, because I feel like, wow, we are really living in the past. This PDA stuff we talked about early on in the season, At any rate, somebody had a really good point on Sunday night. They were saying that what bothered them watching this montage that TLC put together, this clip of every time they were making out with each other on the show, they were bothered by the mouth sounds. And a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, I didn't even realize Janelle's the one that also said it in the episode, besides the sister friends that were talking about it on Sunday night. And maybe they were talking about it because Janelle said this, but I didn't catch it. Janelle said, the sound effects are bothering me. Puddle Monkey. Puddle Monkey does not like Christine. That same montage that they showed of her kissing David, if they would have had beautiful or romantic music behind it, it would have just been two people kissing. But they didn't. You heard the smacking and the saliva and that is what nobody wants to hear, unless it's themselves. But they don't want to hear it from somebody else, no matter who the other person is. This was the time that made me realize Puddle Monkey done her wrong. And then I felt a little bit bad because of everything I kept saying about her and how overdone it's been, which it was. Come on, I'm not gonna reel it all back. But I do believe Puddle Monkey did not need to put all those sounds of them kissing in all those episodes and hang on it and amplify the sounds. They done her dirty. That's what they did. And I'm sorry, Christine. Also, don't say things like you don't care what your kids think. I'm not pulling it all back. I still stand on that.
So we kiss and we hug in front of our kids. And David and I just don't care.
You should care. I don't care if your kids are in their 50s. You should still care. I'm going to care if I offend my children to the day I die. I may not agree with their perspective or their point of view, but I will care about their feelings and I will take it into consideration and alter my behavior if what I'm doing is offensive to them. 100%. Okay. Off topic. Back to Puddle Monkey. Puddle Monkey, bad. Christine received a bad edit. Wonder if I can put in here that same segment and put other music on it and you can see what I mean. I might have to cut this all out. I don't know if I can do that. I'll see if I can do it and get it by copyright. Okay, now we know that for the longest time, Robyn has been pushing Cody away. And she's been saying that it's because it's not right to do it in front of the other wives. But I will say, in 15 years of watching the show, when the other wives were not around, never did I see her being affectionate, lovey-dovey, kissy, huggy, nothing with Cody.
It's true.
He would give her googly eyes at times, but she never did with him. We're going to rewrite history. Okay. She's now saying, well, now that the other wives are gone, heck yeah, I'm going to be affectionate with him. I already am. I mean, part of me wants them to show it on the show because I think it would be so funny to watch. Do you remember? Here I go, making more work for myself again. But if I have the time, I'm going to pull that clip of when the two of them, the very first time they decided to be affectionate on camera. Talk about awkward. There was a time. Do you remember? It was in the Christine episode, and they aired this little segment again in season 19, but it was also in Christine's wedding episode. And it was when they cut to Cody and Robyn after Cody cut down the tree, which probably took about 15 hours because it kept getting stuck and he was doing it all wrong and it was falling in the wrong spot. And oh my goodness. It was a hot mess. After that, they were sitting on a log and talking, and she's like taking his head and giving him kisses and that. And it was so awkward. It was like more awkward than a brother and sister kissing, I swear.
Here, give me a kiss.
So maybe we're going to see more of that. Bring it on. That's what I say. Bring it on. It's really good TV. Go for it, Robyn. Give us a good chuckle.
Are you okay with PDA?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are you going to allow yourself to have that?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm allowing myself.
I am out there.
No, you're not.
Cody shared with me that you're super shy.
I am shy. That's true.
What,
But you just said.
But see, okay, wait a minute.
Better keep your story straight.
What I think is affection, he thinks is subtle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Robyn says she's not shy. Then she says she is shy. Well, she's not really shy, but she is kind of shy. She wants to back up Cody. At the same time, she can't do it and stand on her own principles, which are, I don't really like PDA in front of people, especially with you, Cody Brown. Ew. So if I can keep saying, I'm just really shy and I don't like it, I can at least keep it limited to the bedroom, and then I can try to pretend to be asleep the majority of the time. It's hard to watch this interview with her. I am shy. Well, I'm not really shy, but I am shy, but I'm not really shy. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah. It's like psychotic. Okay, this little story we heard before, and I was just going to completely jump over it, not say anything about it, except I got to point something else out. So this is a story about how Mary said she doesn't mind a little PDA. Janelle said it makes her uncomfortable to have PDA in front of people. Cody always wanted more. And when they first got married, Mary was very affectionate and showed a lot of PDA to Cody. Cody sat back with his fat belly being fed grapes and strawberries and just allowed Mary to hang all over him while Janelle was sitting next to him on the couch.
That is not okay.
He saw nothing wrong with this. Now, Janelle, we all know, is extremely shy, doesn't really share emotions that much. She's young, she's new into this relationship. She doesn't speak up. Cody is completely clueless, unable to read emotions. All he knows is what he likes and what he wants, and he likes that Mary's hanging all over him. Unaware, this is a problem for wife number 2. You don't have to be in polygamy to know that that's going to be a problem. But Cody doesn't know it's a problem, and he's in polygamy. It's a big problem.
And Mary was doing it, and Janelle did not like it.
No, it was like Janelle's mom told me, hey, you better cool this.
He admits himself it wasn't something that he talked about with Janelle. Janelle's mother came to him. He was completely unable to read her emotions throughout all of this.
That does sound like him.
He's like, no, we didn't talk about it. Janelle's mother came and talked to me about it. As if, are you proud of that, Cody? It's really, that's not a feather in your cap. That's all I can say.
Janelle's mom pulled me aside and said, hey, knock off the PDA in front of Janelle with Mary. Because Mary was like, eat my face like Christine's eating David's right there in front of other people.
So we have Robyn lying, I should say, about how when she came into this family, there was no affection, no kissing, no hugs, no exchanging of looks across the room. Nothing. Oh, really, Robyn? Lies?
It was family rules or family culture that was already there before I came along. It was like, nope.
Were there rules, and how did you feel about that?
It was more respect for each other.
No, affection, and no, sweet talk, and no sweet, looks across the room. It just was it was really weird.
It's not true. It's not true.
I remember him kissing Mary and Christine.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him kissing Mary and Christine.
And how did that feel?
It didn't bother me.
It is true that they weren't all hanging on each other and making out in front of each other. But this goes back to the episode where she's like, you can't say a kind word to one person in front of the other. It's just lies. Case in point, what about the time that he was staring at her ass when she was giving a hug to Mary? He was all horned up sitting there in the chair. Good golly. He looks across the room at her like a dog in heat all the time. Always did. And he also gave a hug and gave a kiss to one wife in front of another wife. It's just not true.
Those are beautiful flowers, Cody.
Hi, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the flowers. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
According to Robyn, she wanted to be more affectionate, but she couldn't because she was told by people in the family that she was not allowed to. So Suki had a great follow-up question. Well, can you tell us who's the one that told you that? No. Not going to answer that question. Again.
Pass. Next question.
I was trying really hard not to, rock the boat too, but.
Can you share who told you that? Not.
I'd just rather not point fingers.
If this were Jenny producing, she would have lost another 30 grand right there. That's what needs to happen. Every non-answer, $30,000. It should go up by 10,000 each time. That's really what should happen. We'd be at least around 50, 60, 70 by now, wouldn't we? You know what you could do with that money, Puddle Monkey? Get it together. Gosh, make them sign a contract where they have to answer questions. I don't know is not an answer to a question. Her excuse is, I don't want to point fingers. I'm going to say this happened. Again, so Robyn, right? This is so Robyn. You're not going to believe this. I'm a victim and this happened. Who did that happen with? Oh, I can't point fingers. Then shut up. If you can't finish the story...
Don't start.
Suki, this is your responsibility here. This is your responsibility. You need to now go to all 4 of the other people in the family and say, did you say this? Did you say this? Did you say this? Find out who the person was and get some deets. Because I'm thinking it's very possible nobody said it. Why does she care about throwing somebody under the bus now? The wives are gone. Gone. Maybe it's Cody. Oh, but wait, we're going to do it again. It's almost like they decided they're going to do this ahead of time. Hey, let's bring something up and then say we can't talk about it.
The last time Robyn and I showed PDA with the family, we got kicked out.
You got kicked out?
I'm not going there.
But you just did. You started it. Nobody knows what you're talking about, Cody. You initiated. You started talking about it. You can't now say it's a story that can't be told. It's so vile, I can't even bring it up. You brought it up. What are you talking about? I can't. I want to smack him again. There we go. Every episode. The violence comes back up. I swear. Sunday night, people were telling me my face was all red.
Okay. Yeah, they with us bad.
Oh, nice language.
And boy, it cost me dearly.
Explain. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a story that just cannot be told.
Oh.
You brought it up.
It's just there's something so vitally detrimental to your life, you're just not going to talk about it.
But then when you start talking about what?
Can't talk about it. Yes, you can. You brought it up. It's bad enough when they won't answer Suki's questions, but when they initiate something and then say, I can't talk about it. No. 70 grand right there. 75. $75,000 every time you start something and then you say you can't finish it. That's what Puddle Monkey Production Company should be doing with these two. Can't. This man, he's the worst. And then, do you know how when I hate it so much and I love it so much at the same time. And you smack him. But I just love that he shows what an absolute ass he is on television. So he brings it up, and then he says he can't talk about it. She asks a very innocent question, which is this situation something that happened recently? That's all. That's all she says. Besides, get in this Clint Eastwood voice and answer by saying...
Is it recent, or is it...
Let's just not talk about it.
Okay.
Who are you supposed to be, Clint Eastwood? No.
Clint Eastwood's testicles.
I don't even know if I want to address this. He starts trying to be poetic at the end of this episode. If I could go back and show you all the green face vomiting emojis that were in the chat when this was going on, I can't even. It's ridiculous. First of all, he's talking ambiguously without really talking about it. Still this topic that he can't talk about. But he will say he won't show PDA in public to Robyn anymore until Mary and Janelle are both married.
Until Mary and Janelle are remarried,
okay,
I will not show PDA to Robyn in front of them.
So it was a situation with both of them? Again, don't know. But his explanation as to why, he says,
where we are safe, we behave candidly. And where we are not, we have learned to be careful.
My goodness. Okay, it's apparently unsafe for Cody and Robyn to be affectionate in front of Mary or Janelle. Unsafe. God, I'm sick of that word. The most overused phrase between Cody and Robyn collectively. Well, there's such a huge long list that Cody uses. But I guess collectively that would be the one because Robyn says it so much. It's like their get out of jail free card. If I'm upset with you, pull the I'm not safe card. If I don't know what to say and I want to distract from this, I'll just pull the I'm not safe card. I'm not safe. She's not safe. We're not safe. The situation's not safe. The experience is not safe. I'll speak truth to you right now. You know what's not safe? Watching the show. Watching Cody and Robyn lie out of their asses is not a safe experience for me. And yet, I have never used that word about this show because I'm a big girl and I can put on my big girl panties and watch the show and react to it and get even worked up and red in the face, but not say, this is not safe for me. It may not be good for my health.
It's not.
Which is probably unsafe to some, but I am not going to use those words because I'm not a sissy. I don't run away from situations. I address things head on. These two don't know how to do that, so it's not safe. I'm moving on. Here's some more poetry for you. Cody says, when true love is exposed.
When true love is exposed, it calls down wrath.
That's not true. When true love is exposed, it does not call down wrath. Untruth, lie. Now, do you have a specific situation you happen to be talking about here, Cody? Groping your wife in public in front of people, exposing true love? Again, the man doesn't know what true love is. He's an egotistical, animalistic, primal, gross man who can't understand why he can't grope women at all times, who can't understand why all his wives can't constantly show him affection in front of the other ones. Calling groping your wife exposing true love is disgusting. It shows what a low-level pig you are. And saying that it calls down wrath makes no sense. Unless somebody said, you know, let's not do that in front of people, and you're calling that calling down wrath. Quite frankly, right now, Cody, I think you're unsafe. Using words like that. Booyah! Hey, sister friends, we are halfway through this episode, and you know what that means? It is time to hit the like button, if you don't mind. It's a free thing that you can do that really does help my channel and give me the encouragement to continue on. Don't forget that when you do your Amazon shopping, click on one of my links down below first. Leave a comment to anything I say. Leave a comment to what somebody else says. Comments are fantastic. These are all free ways that you can support the channel, and I appreciate you for every single one of them. And a special shout out to all channel members. Keep the lights on level, big supporters, and exclusive SOS supporters as well. I appreciate your commitment to my channel. Thank you. Let's get back to the review. And then he goes on lying, saying that the world hates true love so much that they want to be really, really crappy about it. His poem just really went downhill. I mean, it was really bad to begin with.
The world hates true love so much that they want to be really, really crappy about it.
He just gave up. He was trying so hard. He's like, I ran out of words to pull. I'm just going to call it really, really crappy.
His weakness is his brains.
All I got is to talk about Cody's eloquent grammar and vocabulary. An attempt to dissect it, interpret it, and share with you what he's thinking and feeling. An impossible task, I must say, but at least it's something different. We are going to end the final segment about this talkback talking about the relationship between Mary and Robyn. Now, this is something that I enjoy because it is so blatantly obvious on the show that Robyn is a horrible sister wife, horrible friend. So let's talk about her relationship with Mary because she done Mary wrong. So Mary starts off by saying her and Robyn were very close.
If you say so.
And then back in Vegas, things fell apart. And they were working on building that relationship back up again before they moved to Flagstaff. Robyn was a terrible friend before Flagstaff, which we get because clearly, according to the situations of all the times her and Cody approached Mary regarding finances, confrontational. We also know the whole catfishing situation and how Robyn somehow had her fingers in all of that too.
Allegedly.
well, I shouldn't say somehow, Robyn's only friend we've ever seen on the show was directly communicating with the catfisher as the catfishing thing was going on and knew all about it. And that person was talking with Robyn about it.
What a crazy coincidence.
We were always pretty good about having conversations and trying to figure things out. And so we were working on like building that relationship again. And then, you know, once we moved to Flagstaff, it just never got back.
It's hard to when the person doesn't respond to your phone calls, texts, or ever want to get together with you, but I'm certain that Robyn did the same thing that Cody did before they moved to Flagstaff and started love bombing Mary. And Mary thought, okay, I'm going to get my friend back. I'm going to get my husband back. I'm going to move to Flagstaff even though I don't want to. Didn't work out for Mary. Didn't work out at all because what did she get out of Flagstaff? Nothing. You can't say she got her best friend out of it. She didn't. Her best friend was living in Vegas. She knew Jen back in Vegas when they were in the rentals before they even built their houses. I would like to know from Mary, at what point did she realize Jen was her best friend and not Robyn? And I'd like to know from Jen, at what point did you really start speaking truth to Mary about what you're seeing with Robyn? Because it does seem like Mary hung on for so many years longer than I think I would have let a friend hang on. In terms of me being honest and transparent with them about what I see. In the end, it's their life. They choose what they want. And I would say, you get to choose what you want. I'm your best friend no matter what. I will support you no matter what. But this is what I see. I don't know when she said that. I'd like to know. Robyn claims that before Mary moved, Mary talked about how things could be the same and they could keep their relationship.
Before she moved, she talked like things were going to be the same.
Well, yeah. You never saw her, you never talked to her, you never responded to phone calls or texts. It's the same. It's the same. Robyn is going to be the victim and so feebly attempt to convince us. She repeatedly reached out to Mary and said, whenever you come back to Flagstaff, hit me up, I'll be here.
I quit calling her and texting her because I was the only one doing it. It wasn't meant to be mean. It was just, I need this to be reciprocal if it's going to be a relationship, and it wasn't.
After she moved, I was calling her and
I was calling her. That implies multiple times. Do you notice that? After she moved, I was calling her and asking her. Not I called her, which would be one time. I was calling her. Was calling is the past continuous tense. It's an ongoing thing. Those were Robyn's words. I want to know from Mary how many times Robyn called. That would have been a good follow-up question right there. Oh, you were calling her? How many times were you how many times do you think? Like maybe 10, 15, last maybe 5, because you know she didn't do it more than once. I'm not even sure if she did it once. I bet she texted.
Or she is lying.
She never called. So she sticks with that mantra because she says, and then finally
she said to me, she was like, I don't know how to be friends with my ex-husband's wife.
Understandable. Mary was being kind to her in the situation. Let's face it. She was being sweet by just saying that. She could have said, I don't know how to be friends with my ex-husband's wife who has been unkind to me for a decade and ghosted me for the past 5 years. That's what she could have said. She didn't. But Robyn's still hurt. She doesn't understand.
So I've just been sort of giving her space.
Okay.
And maybe, in time she'll be able to, come back. And so I've just been patient.
So I'm giving her space. Maybe in time she'll come back. It's a new term for ghosting. I have given up. I'm not going to try anymore. And I'm going to call it giving space. She loves that term. She gave Cody space here. Everybody's getting space. She's not safe and she's giving space all the time. Love some psychobabble, this woman does. Let's couch ignoring with giving space. Kind of brilliant in a way. I always said she was street smart. Not intellectually smart, but definitely street smart. She can manipulate with the best of them. Okay, Cody chimes in and says, well, it may not have been fair to Mary, but Robyn really is the one that kept saying you need to keep a relationship with her. Yeah, we know that. We've been watching it. We've been screaming at it.
I'm Captain Obvious.
Then he goes on.
It may not have been fair to Mary, but Robyn was always telling me to work out the relationship with her.
We know that Robyn did it to manipulate the situation, to keep his sister wife there, because Mary brought in a lot of money, but didn't require as much money. And it also was the opportunity to keep the Sister Wives show, because if there aren't Sister Wives, TLC might just pull the plug on the show. Robyn's scared. That's why she wanted to keep Mary around. But you know what Cody said? Cody said, I remember saying once.
I remember specifically saying once, oh, I'm not the only one in love with Robyn.
Yes, you did say that, Cody. We saw it. Season 1. It was season 1 of the show. 16 years ago. But thanks for pulling that out as your proof that Mary and Robyn were friends.
That's the best you got?
Which is really interesting because at the beginning of the conversation, he's trying to prove that Robyn liked Mary, but then his justification was not anything Robyn ever said really kind or nice about Mary. So he goes, well, I remember.
Oh, I'm not the only one in love with Robyn.
Right. Oh, I forgot about this line. This is a really good line. Cody goes in and starts insulting Mary's friends, Jen specifically, and he says,
you don't even know, but Jen's jealous. She wants to be Mary's best friend. She would never want Mary to have a relationship with Robyn because Robyn's a threat to her.
Jen, this is so good. Jen is jealous of Robyn because Jen wants to be Mary's best friend. You can't script it. How many times? That's got to be a t-shirt too. You can't script it. Unbelievable. I just love that he said those words. Jen is such a good friend to Mary. Beyond. She's beyond a good friend. If anybody watching the show would be like, yes, move next door to me, Jen. I mean, look it up in the dictionary. Look it up in the encyclopedia. Let me show my age. Jen's picture right there. Robyn not only wasn't a best friend, she wasn't a friend. She wasn't a sister, she wasn't a friend. She was mean. She was manipulative and she used Mary. And for Cody to say, Jen was jealous of the relationship Mary had with Robyn and wanted to be her best friend. It's so good. It's so good. And he says it like this, like it's truth. Making it even better. And he adds the reason, oh gosh, it's so amazing. The reason why Robyn is a threat to Jen is because Robyn is safe.
Come on now, dog.
Out of all people. There's our safe word being used inappropriately again. Robyn is safe to Mary.
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
Jen is not. I mean, come on. It's like you can't even call it a lie. It's like on a whole nother level beyond lie. It's insane. And he says it with such a straight face because he's such a narcissist that he believes Suki is believing him. And apparently believes that we believe him too. Suki asks Robyn, do you want to be a better friend to Mary? And she goes, oh yeah, sure. And then she realizes, oh shoot, I just admitted I'm not a great friend because I could be a better friend. Although that is the proper response. We should all want to be better friends to our friends, right? Be like, yeah, I'm sure there's multiple areas I can work on. But no, that's not what she says. As soon as she goes, oh yeah. Ooh, now what do I say? Look around. Think.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, if there's anything that I can fix with her, I want to fix it.
If there's something that I can fix with her, I want to fix it. Let me throw out some generic words that would apply to any situation, anywhere, and use that as my response. Because I know, Suki, you're not going to make me give examples. Here's what Suki could have asked. Do you think that there is a situation that you could fix? Is there something broken that you had a hand in that maybe you can change or you could tweak or you could work on? Anything, Robyn? Anything? No, we didn't get that follow-up question. And then Robyn doubles down. To make it, to give the answer an even worse response, she does classic, we should call it a Robyn response. Benign answer, but they're worse than I am. Maybe I'm involved, but... So here she goes on to say this.
If there's anything that I can fix with her, I want to fix it. So, but like, it has to, like, I feel the same way that she's not reciprocating it either. So I'm kind of like,
I feel like she really hasn't been contributing enough, so I'm like, nah. And then she goes on to say, I feel like both of us aren't putting in the same effort. So, implying, by the whole facade and the snotty little smarky response, I am, she's not.
It's just a matter of the both of us kind of really putting the same kind of effort in. And it hasn't been the same. So, yeah.
Love follow-up question. Follow-up question. Wow, Robyn, it really sounds like you're doing what you can to mend this. Can you give us some examples of what you've been doing? I know you mentioned that you gave her a phone call once, but like, what have you really been doing to mend this relationship? Because if I understood what you just said, it's lopsided. It's not even. You're putting in the work and she's not. We didn't get that question. So Suki wants to know from Janelle now. Christine has already been married for a year. It's natural that there will be comparisons. Have you noticed a difference? Can you compare David to Cody? Okay, Suki's question, right? Janelle talks to the situation about the luggage rack in the hotel rooms, which I went back and watched it again. I have to say about 5 times they mentioned luggage rack, hotel room, my luggage on the floor, reiterated it multiple times. Cody is either lying about not understanding what a luggage rack is, or he started hearing the story and is distracted because he's trying to come up with an excuse and an answer without listening to what they're actually saying, which is probably his whole MO in their relationship.
Or
He's deflecting.
I just have a question. Who gets? Do you get the luggage
And
rack?
I've got to say that when Christine and I went on our honeymoon, there was no luggage rack. It was in a 4-door sedan. There was no luggage rack.
What?
You guys slept in the 4-door sedan?
No, there was no luggage rack.
Oh, in a hotel room we're talking about.
She's talking about a
No,
hotel
we're talking about in a hotel room.
When, that story's not true. When Christine and I went on our honeymoon, there was no luggage rack. Cody can't cop to it, of course. So his response, when Suki sets him straight and explains to him, we're talking about a luggage rack, not the roof rack. Oh, yeah. She comes right out and says, who gets the luggage rack? Do you get the luggage rack? Well, you know, since Cody always took the luggage rack, that he knows that he got the luggage rack. His response?
Who got the luggage rack?
Do
you get the luggage rack?
It's been so long that I don't even remember.
Oh, please.
Every single time they stayed in a hotel room, all his wives, he took the luggage rack. He can't remember.
You lied again.
Janelle's take on it is that he always took the luggage rack and they didn't get it simply because he's a selfish man. Cody's response was, Christine will spend the rest of her life comparing herself to Robyn.
Come again.
Christine will spend the rest of her life comparing herself to Robyn, and that's a tragedy.
What?
Christine never mentioned Robyn.
Oh, good. Changing the subject yet again.
Christine was talking about David. That was the question. What is the difference between David and Cody? In terms of Janelle's response, the clip from the show was Janelle again bringing it up to Christine at the shower about how cool it was when Christine texted her and said, you're not going to believe this, but I'm at a hotel with David and he just picked up my luggage and put it on the luggage rack. And she's like, oh my God, he's a keeper.
It's the little things.
The smallest things they needed from Cody to maintain, sustain, and stay in that relationship. And he could not meet needs this small. He's a wee little man. But Cody's changing the subject and saying, why are we talking about Robyn? We're not talking about Robyn.
But wait! There's more!
You're not gonna freaking believe this.
We're going to change the subject again here.
Again.
Understand, nobody mentioned ROBYN. There's no comparison to ROBYN happening here. And when it came to Dave and Cody, Suki asking Janelle specifically, how are Cody and David different? Cody keeps forgetting that we are in an interview process here and that the wives are answering questions. So we go back, same thing he said 100 times.
Do
you get the luggage rack?
It's been so long that I don't even remember. I mean, I hope they find happiness because the constant comparison is going to spoil their lives.
Somebody needs to, I wish Suki would just say, well, we asked them. That's it. We asked them the question, they answered it. That's all. Just see what he says. And she goes, well, does ROBYN get the luggage rack? And he goes, well, he can't win either way on this. So, and he knows that. If I say yes, and they're saying I never got it, which I know I never gave it to him, I always took it, then I look really bad. If I say no, she doesn't, then I do look like the pig they're saying that I am, that I take the luggage rack from all my wives. What do I say? He's stuck having to face the truth of his behaviors and his actions. But his response is, I don't know, maybe.
All right, the question I'm going to ask you is, do you get the luggage rack?
Yes, I do.
You do get the luggage rack?
Yep.
Did you not know that it was a pet peeve of theirs?
No, I had no idea. Nope.
Do you get the luggage rack? Yes, I do. She almost didn't get the question out. Yes, I do. I'm smug. I just want to rub this in. I can't wait until the wives see that I get the luggage rack and they never did. I've been special all along. But I won't admit that I'm special. I'll say, no, he treated us all the same. But in this moment, I'm going to slip and say, yeah, of course I do. Now, when the clip was happening, she was looking down. She does not look good being smug here. Like, she looks so bad. Guess she's answering the questions. That's what we want, right? We're getting it. The true ROBYN. She is worse than we ever thought she was. She is horrible. She is not a good person.
Did you not know that it was a pet peeve of theirs?
No, I had no idea. Nope.
Suki comes in hard and says, you get the luggage rack? Did you not know that that was a pet peeve of theirs? This was ROBYN's perfect opportunity to garner a little sympathy and say, gosh, I had no idea. I did get the luggage rack. I will admit, I feel a little guilty about that right now. I had no idea. They never shared that with me. I would have addressed it with Cody. I would have said something to him like, how come none of the other wives get the luggage rack, but I do? You need to give them the luggage rack. I would have stepped up. In this moment, I would talk about how embarrassed I am at my husband's behavior. He would demean his other wives like that. But no, she's just being ROBYN here and showing us who she really is at her core. I don't know. They never got it. I did.
I don't like her.
And then Mary, in the most disappointing part of the Mary segments, is asked by Suki, did you get the luggage rack? Mary says, I don't want to complain. Suki's like, you're not going to complain. I just asked you a question. Did you get the luggage rack or not? Just like the other people were asked questions. And you're now going to get asked a question. Because again, this one-on-one is supposed to be a tell-all.
Clearly, that's not happening.
We're supposed to be garnering information that wasn't in the show. A lot of information in this tell-all that was already in the show. A lot of clips that we already saw. A lot of questions that were already asked on the couches. A lot of responses that we already heard.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed.
A good 3/4 of this, we could say, learn nothing. Maybe more. So Mary, please, give us a nugget of information that's fresh and new. Did you get the luggage rack?
I don't feel like that it's fair to sit there and complain.
I don't want you to complain. I just want to know, did you get a luggage rack? Did you put your suitcase on it?
Mary refuses. She says it's complaining. And then she critiques Christine.
Regarding what?
Talking about the luggage rack situation.
Just answer the question.
Is this an interview?
Sort of.
It's supposed to be.
Why is this so difficult?
That was a lot of like, let's compare David to Cody. And I'm not into that. I'm not going to do that.
No one's asked you to. Okay, so many things are happening right here. Right here, Mary admits, haven't seen the episodes.
Watching that, because I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Never saw it, just saw this clip for the first time, which has come up about 3 or 4 times in this segment, in this third installment of the one-on-ones. Very clear, none of them have seen any of the episodes. They're seeing short little clips that they're responding to. Mary says she doesn't know if David is a fiance, a boyfriend, or married to her at the time that he's answering this. They don't even have a time frame of when things are being said, making it worse in terms of responding to things. So they clearly are not even being shown the episodes right here, right now, right in front of them. Just these little segments. Respond to this. The worst. So Mary's now critiquing Christine about talking about the luggage rack thing in front of David. Did she not see the whole clip? Because at the beginning of the clip, it was very clear Janelle is the one who went up to Christine and said, let me show you what I said. It's when you told me that he put your luggage on the luggage rack. David's sitting there listening to it. Christine can't go, shh, don't talk about it. Of course she's going to say, oh yeah, that's right. I appreciate that about you, David. Let me tell you the situation and the story. I don't know why Mary is all upset about this. Mary is off base here. Maybe it's Puddle Monkey's fault because she didn't completely understand the whole situation. Maybe she wasn't watching the very beginning of it. I don't know. But highly disappointed in Mary when it came to that answer. This is not the time to be throwing another sister wife under the bus. You have a golden opportunity to speak truth, your truth about Cody.
I'm not nervous about the questions because I'm confident in who I am and what my answers are. It's kind of like when you're lying, you have to remember what you say. I don't feel like I have to remember what to say and to keep a story straight because I'm speaking my truth.
Are you, though?
All you're doing is answering a question. The answer was a simple yes or no. She didn't even have to go into detail. Nope. Can't understand why Christine has to bring up Cody in front of David.
Why does she even care?
Oh my word. It's not how it went down. Sweat.
Why the hell is Christine sitting there talking to her fiance or husband, or I don't know where they were at that point in their relationship, but like about her ex? Why the hell is Christine sitting there talking to her fiance or husband about her ex?
They're
like, I don't understand that.
To calm me down, let me just say, the episode ended like this.
Oh, I just want to tell you something. ROBYN gets the luggage rack.
That was a good ending. But you know what? You know what's even better? This is why we need now to have a talk back about the one-on-ones, because I want to see Christine's face when she sees how incredibly smug ROBYN was when she interrupted Suki to respond and say, yep, I get the luggage rack. What about it? Oh, I just want to produce this. I know zero about producing. Zero. And yet I know I can do 10 times better.
I believe you.
I know it. I don't know much. If I finish recording this, I'm going to start editing it. I can't wait until about Thursday, Friday when I finish my editing and start watching what other people say about this. If other people had the same take that I did. I loved episode 1. I loved episode 2. Episode 3, I just feel like Suki and Puddle Monkey dropped the ball. There were some good things in there, but not because of the production company. Really because of the OG3, with the exception of the last question, took the opportunity to share things they hadn't shared before. Thank you, girls. And I guess I can appreciate an opportunity of Cody making himself look worse than he even has in the past. Who'd have thunk it was possible? ROBYN as well. She's really not doing herself service by acting like a smug little bitch that she is. Okay, That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Let me know everything you think about this down below. And let me say thank you so much for watching this all the way to the very end. I love you, sister friend. I appreciate you. Take care. God bless. Adios, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.